All right, good morning, people. Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning. Let me just fix this, 2 seconds. Good morning, everyone. Can everyone hear me all good? Let me just quickly check the audio, guys. I'm having to get set up on my laptop here because my PC broke during the storm. It's currently getting fixed. So let me just have a quick listen to the audio. Crystal clear, beautiful. All right. Well, welcome back, everyone. YouTube, Zoom guys, welcome back. Sound is fine. Awesome, awesome. Good to be back on, guys. Back after being I was pretty sick. I got back from Europe on Saturday, and I've been pretty sick ever since. So I haven't really been on here much, but we're all good now. Back to business. Echo's gone. Yeah, it was picking up 2 mics, so I wasn't too sure which one it was. So yeah, should be all good now. Should be all good. Gold's been on an absolute madness today. An absolute madness again. Asia just going absolutely wild. Let me just fix this up here on YouTube. 2 seconds, guys. Where's the cam gone? Where are we? Let me fix this up. Everything's breaking today. There we go. There we go. Good morning, Aaron Crew. Good morning, George. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Hey, Brett. What's going on, man? Appreciate you tuning in. You guys on YouTube still should be able to hear me all good. I did take some sales today on gold. I did also take a break even, unfortunately. I was break even here on gold once this 30-minute closed pretty bearish with not really much of a bottom wick. And then this wick up here came to get me, so didn't take some of my top step accounts, took some on some other accounts, but yeah, unfortunately, break even today, which is fine. It means we can start the stream from scratch, which is kind of what I wanted to do anyway. I haven't really watched Asia too much today because I try to save myself here for the London session, but it looks like Asia has been absolutely insane again. You had this crazy 230 tick push up, hit this resistance, and then you've already sold down another 230 ticks. So, man, 460 ticks in an Asian session is absolutely huge. 460 ticks in an Asian session is crazy. That's more than what we saw in the New York session yesterday. There's just been some absolutely crazy volume. But like I said in the market call with you guys on Zoom, this is good, you know. Yesterday in the London session, when gold was Asian session, when gold was peaking all-time highs, it's very difficult to trade up there because there's no price action to the left. So although we're creating some pretty big ranges here, at least we actually have price action to the left to be able to trade into. You know, we have price that we can base trades off, base stop losses off, and base targets off. When you're actually approaching new all-time highs, it's very hard to trade. You don't want to be buying all-time highs. You also don't want to be selling all-time highs. But once you actually do pull back and you create price action, amazing. So we should be in for some pretty decent moves here in London. Like I say, we have just had a pretty insane amount of volume here in Asia, but I don't really see any reason why it can't continue. Let's have a look at this daily so far. To me, this daily looks like we are trying to print a potential evening star to come down and grab some lows. I'm on the Forex com because my Awanda chart is gone. My Awanda chart isn't working anymore, which I'm not really too sure why. I don't know what's happened to Awanda today, but my Awanda chart has completely disappeared. It was in my watch list, but every time I kept clicking it, where is it? Is this it? Yeah, it takes me to Apple for some reason. So something going on with the Awanda chart, which is yeah, very strange, but here's what it is. Same shit, you know, just different timings of the closures, but basically the exact same. Shouldn't make too much of a difference here. So pretty much here on gold, what we're looking at is this daily has finally found some resistance yesterday, and I could be looking for some pullbacks to come down and grab some daily lows before potentially squeezing back high. You know, we are obviously still overall bullish. I'm not bearish on gold by any means, but on an intraday, could I say take some sells to come down and grab yesterday's low? Yeah, I think so. And that could be pretty nice. So that's going to be my main liquidity level for the day. Is price to come down and liquidate yesterday's low. In about 11 minutes here, we're also going to get this 4-hour close here on Forex.com, which it's looking like we're about to close aggressively back below here. So we're about to close aggressively back below with a liquidity target down here as well. So hourly chart here on gold, you can kind of see you do have a little trend line coming up here as well, which is quite nice. A lot of people probably trying to buy this trend line. If anything, I want to be selling this. But this is going to be a pretty decent hourly rejection. So you may squeeze up a little bit higher before you do continue selling off. But you got this big area here as well. So we may squeeze up a little bit more, and then we could be doing some. Could be looking for some more downside. But you are also, look at this, coming into major support as well. So major support, major resistance. So depending on how this hourly closes, you may squeeze up a little bit more before we do get the sells all the way down into here. But to me, that is looking like a pretty decent level. Let me just have a quick look at the news. Let me just have a quick look at the news. It's almost so small. We do have ADP non-farm employment changes today, and we have Trump speaking at 9 p.m. London time. So obviously going to be a NFP week this week, so things could get pretty crazy then. NFP on Friday. PMI tomorrow. So you got some big news incoming. Big news. Looked in the second fund account. Nice work, Dossie. Good man. Beautiful work, man. Beautiful work. So wait for this hourly to close here on gold. Look at this price action, man. 1 minute you're ripping up, next minute you're ripping down, now you're ripping back up. Like, man, just trading off these big support levels. Like, look at that. It's 62 ticks just bouncing off this support. Same here in Asia. Had a huge sell-off of this resistance. Came up, grabbed highs, closed bearish. 170 tick sell-off. That would have been the nicest play so far here today. Should have saw it on the hourly. Look at that. Crazy. Huge push. And you guys on Zoom, get the shorts. Shorts are very nice because, you know, we got price to come down and grab the daily lows, hit that massive resistance and just smashed straight through. Look at this 30 minute. I'm not going to be selling this on gold anytime soon. You may get some squeezes a little bit higher here on gold in London. May squeeze back up into these areas. If I do get some buys here in London, it would literally just be to here. I don't really know what's going to happen above here. Look at this! Look at this already. The amount of volume here on gold is insane. There's already a 90 tick push up. This is crazy. But you know, with so much volume, guys, remember that can also go against you. So if you want to reduce risks, do that. It's all well and good seeing, you know, 100 tick moves, but when the price is ripping up and then ripping back down, that can also be 100 ticks against you. So you could absolutely, you know, just trade micros there if you really wanted to. Top Step will pay you out in USD, man. It's a USD company. It doesn't pay you out in your currency. You can probably transfer it into that, but yeah. Top Step is a Chicago-based company, so it'll be in US dollars. Still copy traded my Top Step accounts. Still copying across 4 accounts. Got the 5th funded account yesterday or the day before as well, which I'm not going to copy as well. I'm going to keep that one separate, just in case anything crazy happens. I could take a payout on these accounts anytime. Random loud noises. No, that's weird. Is it too high? Maybe it's too high. Let me turn it down a little bit. Yeah, good for the Aussie. Yeah, absolutely, man. I was thinking, like, what, $200 US into Australian dollars is a pretty decent amount. We take out what, $500 US, probably what, 750-ish, something like that. I'm just gonna wait for this hourly close here on Goldie. Where have I been? I've been sick. I've been sick. I flew back from Europe. I got crazy jet lag and then I got man flu as well, so I just took a couple of days off. But now we're back to business. I'll be streaming on the Top Step channel next week as well, which would be cool. Asian streams? Nah, I'm not really doing Asian streams. I might do some, but not really. I don't really like trading Asia, to be honest. I trade Asia, I get burnt out for London, which, to be honest, I mean, it has been pretty good recently, but now I've not really been watching Asia. I mean, if I do trade Asia, I'm trading like 30-minute and higher, so there's not really any point sitting here watching 5 minutes in Asia. I might do some in the future. Depends, really, to be honest. Depends. Sometimes Asia can be great, like today and yesterday, but sometimes it can be very slow. Best way for me to trade Asia is trade, 30-minute closures and kind of let it play out. I prefer these scalps in London. Future's looking a little bit different today. Similar-ish, but a little bit different. Second. Still with a nice growth on the top step. You guys said this was a little pullback to continue pushing lower. We're climbing our way back up. I may take a pay on this one soon. Goldie squeezing higher, guys. We're probably going to get a very strong hourly closure. 4 hours different. Yeah, I'm using Forex comp, so it's probably just different timings of the closures. My Awanda chart is gone. I can't even select Awanda. Awanda disappeared for me. So they're probably just closing at different times. This 4 hour here on Forex comp is about to close in 4 minutes. FXCM's the same. They're all a little bit different, which is a bit annoying. Some of them are usually like an hour different. But I'm not really swing trading anyway, so. And my 4 hour on the futures will be different as well. All a little bit different. Price action is just the same, just different closures. I hope Goldie doesn't range in London after such big moves in Asia. I hope it doesn't just stick. You could easily just stay in between here for quite some time. I hope it doesn't, but it easily could. Having like almost 500 ticks worth of movement in Asia is pretty insane. Pretty insane. Good morning, man. Good morning. Welcome. Welcome. Let's see. Hourly. A little bit. I mean, to be honest, if it closes doji, holding support, you'd expect a little bit of a pullback to at least come up and re-grab previous hourly highs. Is about 33 ticks. Yeah, the lows look pretty nice. But I would expect after this huge hourly rejection, you'll probably squeeze up a little bit first before doing that. Squeeze up, come up, grab some highs, potentially into here or here, 2 solid levels before squeezing lower. You have to remember gold is still, overall very, very bullish. But yeah, I do like being open to sells today, which is the first time I've kind of been open to sells for quite some time, because obviously even this week gold's just been printing new all-time highs, which is just, it's been the most insane year I have ever seen in gold. Ever seen. From the end of December to the highs, gold is up 21%, which may not sound a lot for you other guys who maybe trade other markets, but for gold to do 21% in the first quarter of the year is unheard of. Absolutely unheard of. So it's one of the things, with it being so bullish, the smartest trade this year has just been buying and buying and buying gold. Buying and buying and buying. It doesn't mean you can't take intraday sells though. which today I do like. I do like the intraday sells. But if I'm going to take sells down into these lows here, which I think is going to be a nice low, I think we're going to squeeze a little bit higher. I'm not going to be shorting against a candle that's grabbing lows and closing bullish. I want to be probably looking for a bottom wick on this next hour and see if we can squeeze it a little bit higher, which we're going to get that closed in about 1 minute. So let's see. If you can maybe come down, hold some 15-minute lows, we could fulfill this little range here. We do have to understand this is extremely messy, and we could easily replicate that within these areas. Yeah, Asia been crazy. Yeah, I don't know what's happened with the Amanda chart. I don't know if anyone else knows, but yeah, it's also gone for me. I don't know where it's gone, but it's gone. I don't know if it's something to do. Is it? I don't know if it's. Is it all Awanda charts? EURUSD? No, EURUSD works. Yeah, I don't know. Some people still have it, some people don't. I thought I was still half asleep this morning when I clicked on it. Kept getting off it. All right, let's see. We're gonna get a pretty decent hourly closure here, guys. Grabbing lows, holding support, closing bullish. So we're gonna look for a bottom wick in this next hour to continue pushing up, and it'll probably look something like this. Hopefully not. That was a terrible drone. But bottom wick, continue buying to previous hourly highs makes the most sense. If I'm gonna be buying gold into them hourly highs, I want to squeeze down a little bit more, so I can get a good risk reward. 5 minutes already grabbing some lows. 15 coming down here, which is nice. Kind of holding here. If we can squeeze down a little bit more into here, you could look to market execute. Management would have to be previous hourly highs, but ideally this area. If you instantly push up and grab the hourly highs, you may find resistance and pull back, which at that point I will not be buying. So much volume off that hourly closure, it's clearly just going to push from here. If you can pull back and leave two double tops, two equal highs I should say, that would be amazing. Let's have a look. Is the futures looking the same? Let me see. Futures 15, yeah, looking very similar. 5 minute already coming down, grabbing lows. Can easily just push from here. But it's 10 ticks into that resistance, so it's not worth it. Some insane moves here in Asia. Insane moves. I don't know why Asia's moving so crazy at the minute. 280 ticks on the futures. 180 up, 280 tick sell-off in Asia here. That is insane. 100, what was that? 100 tick spike at 6:30. 6:30 London time. You had a 100 tick 5 minute candle. Is that right? 100 tick 5 minute candle. Wow. Look at that. 100 ticks. That's insane. It could, man. It could. Definitely could. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me. It was in about 2 seconds, really. That's insane. What was that? Yeah, look at that. That's insane. Some crazy, crazy price action. Yeah, literally, even down to the 1 minute. In 1 minute, there was 95 ticks. That's nuts. 95 ticks in 1 minute. It's probably less than that. Let me see. Oh yeah, all the way down to the 15-second. Wow, that is insane. Let's have a look at the second chart here. How quick was it? Yeah, literally in 2 seconds. Yeah, right. I'm looking on. Where's it gone? Oh, I was looking on the 1 second chart. Yeah, it was literally in 2 seconds. Gold ripped down 100 ticks. That is insane. 188.6 million. Yeah. Some insane volume on gold at the minute. Insane volume. But not good volume, to be honest. Like 100 ticks in a couple of seconds is not what I want to trade. Like, I don't like that at all, because you could easily be on the wrong side of that. Sounds all well and good, you know, 100 ticks in like a couple of seconds, like cool. But no, I don't. It's not something I want to be on the back of. That's for sure. One contract does like $1,000. That's absolutely insane for gold. Thoughts on Roger Banks? I don't really have any, to be honest. I don't really think about them. I don't think about any other traders. Who cares? People ask me all the time, like, what do I think of this person? Is this person? Who cares? So you're coming back down here. You haven't quite grabbed the highs. Let me just make sure it hasn't been grabbed on a different body, because I'm not used to trading the Forex com. Pepperstone. See, some of them have grabbed. Anyone on Oanda, if any guys do have it, have these highs been grabbed? Because if they haven't been grabbed, I will look for buys. They get grabbed on the futures. Does anyone have the Oanda chart, or has everyone lost it? I feel like some people still have it. Has everyone lost the Oanda chart? Because you still haven't grabbed these hourly highs, and you're coming back low, which is kind of what I want to see. Thought process on the shorts. Just massive resistance, man. It's huge, huge, huge 4-hour resistance. Doesn't look as nice on this chart, but yeah, it's just all-time high resistance. Just looking for price to pull back. Even back down into these areas was, you know, from here to here was like 100 ticks. Oh man, it's not grabbed. Nice, cool, thank you, man. And on the 30-minute, you just start grabbing highs and closing bearish. Hit, grabbing highs, holding a massive resistance. And my overall bias was short today. Not overall bias, but I was open to short today because of the fact you haven't grabbed any daily lows. I was like, you're probably going to come down and grab some lows. But after such a massive move in Asia, I was like, this could easily pull all the way back down to here, 150 ticks before going back higher. So I just kind of shortened just 4-hour resistance. I obviously didn't think it was going to come this low again, but that's the thing, I didn't really think too much. I'm like, you have, you know, if you just delete all this noise for a second, you got major resistance here, all of this, and you got major support here. So you're probably just going to play this range from here to here is like 80 ticks. Then you ended up ripping lower. Ripping lower. But yeah, I like shorts on gold down into here. It's my overall plan today. Short gold down into here. But it's kind of difficult because you obviously, you know, you have been so bullish. But yeah, given the fact, that's kind of what I said on the market call this morning as well. Given the fact that the daily did close bearish doji after having a push down, I'm more open to sales today than I would have been any other time. Let's see if we can get these buys here on gold. Let's see. 15-minute, squeezing a little bit lower. 30-minute was bullish, breaking above. 15's already come up for a top wick, now squeezing back lower. So I wouldn't want to buy this current 15. Yeah, nobody has it. Yeah, see, some people have. I don't know why. Some people have it. Well, you wouldn't really want to buy this 15 right now because you've already come up for a top wick and now you're squeezing lower, so it's probably going to fake out. You probably, you know, if you are going to get buys, maybe this will start to wick back up. The next 15 will come down, grab the lows, and then cool, then you can buy. If we'd come down for an instant bottom wick, then I would be buying this. But you came up for the top wick, and now you're coming back down. There's a chance you're probably going to squeeze out some lows. Where it is on the futures is a strong little resistance level as well. Resistance, support. Awanda is out for Aussie customers? Ah, is that what it is? Is that why? Well, my trading view shouldn't be out for me too. Yeah, out for Sean. It's weird because you know other currency works. They work on Awanda. It's just as I'm aware, it's just gold for some reason. Which I've never really used these other providers before, but yeah, if you left trading view open, yeah, you probably still have it. I had it this morning and then I think I switched time frames and I lost it or something. Yeah, it's everywhere. So Goldie squeezing a little bit low here, guys. Big rejections, couldn't break higher, coming to fill in the wicks now. Hey Chow, what's going on, man? That was selling Goldie. That's our confirmation to sell gold. Chow's looking for long, so retailers are trying to buy. We're going short. Yeah, it takes me to Apple as well, yeah. It takes me to Apple. I still have it saved on my watch list, but yeah, every time I click on it, it just takes me to Apple. So maybe that means me to buy Apple instead. Buy Apple back up into 235, looks pretty nice to be honest. Can't trade gold, so I have to trade Apple instead. It's alright to me. I'm hoping, like I say guys, I'm hoping Goldie doesn't just range in these areas for London, but it easily could. It easily could. Look at this price action in these areas are really, really ugly. Above here to here, beautiful. And also sells below here, beautiful ranges. In these areas, it can get ugly. But with such big volume in Asia, I would expect it to continue in London. But what I expect and what's going to happen, we shall see. We shall see. Like I say, I like the sells, you know, on the futures to come down and fill in that wick at 630. But after the hourly just closed bullish, it's pretty hard for me to want to short that. The hourly here on gold. Grabbing lows, holding support. It's hard for me to short it just yet. Although I would like to sell it today, it's hard for me to short it just yet. I'm not too sure. I'm aware of, man. I don't think so. Yeah, you've got lots of oh yeah, it's April the 2nd. Yeah, you got lots of tariff news coming up today. Big day for the sonks today as well. It's going to be a huge day for the markets, to be honest. Massive, massive day. This is the big day all the stock traders are waiting on. So everyone keeps talking about April. Everyone keeps talking about April the 2nd, and this is why. Finalizing plans. So the market's going to go crazy today, which, especially gold as well. But it's not until 9 PM London time, so you still got a lot of time before that. But it explains why we're getting such insane moves. You know, like I say, 460 ticks in Asia is just insane, absolutely insane. Look at this 15. Grabbing lows, closing bullish, straight back lower. You got to reduce the risk today, guys. If I'm gonna trade today, I'm trading micros. I might even fire up a combine or something like that. Doesn't make sense to trade normal size that you would normally because it's not normal times. We got to manage the risk. You got to manage the risk. Yeah, I know. Yeah, this is what we'll be used to. This will be the norm. This is what we'll be expecting every Asian session. Why is gold not moving 500 ticks in every Asian session? It is literally insane. So you got 15 bearish closure there on gold. Couldn't really close below the low. Look at that, close right at the support, instant top wick. I think you're probably going to squeeze a little bit lower than to be honest. Very, very hard to see. Instant top wick. Forex Factory's on the list. Forex Factory's for calendar news. That doesn't give you live news though. You can just use Forex Live as a good one to use that I look at. Forex Live's pretty good. Let me just put the lights on you guys. Yeah, Forex Live will just give you updated news. Otherwise, cut off for some reason. I mean, if it wasn't such a like a massive hourly grab and lows and closing bullish, you know, I would consider sell stop in this current 15, like this. See if you get a wick fill back. Kind of hard for me to short that just yet, especially when the hourly has closed as it did here in the currency. Held massive support and closed bullish, so we're right in the middle of a range, which is pretty difficult. Pretty difficult. And you haven't grabbed the hourly highs yet. But there's no bottom wick on this 15 yet, so. So stocks had a pretty decent bounce yesterday. Again, waiting on an absolutely huge day today though. Huge day. Wait, what? Can I even open it? What? Oh, there we go. I was going to say that was weird. Yeah, day looks like a flip. Yeah, definitely. I just think stocks are having a bounce. Goldie's starting to have a little bit of a sell-off. But today's going to be such a big day for all markets. But look at this on the stocks. Friday, grab lows, held support. Monday, grab lows, held support. Tuesday, closed nice and bullish. So you can get a little bit of a pullback, and I think you could see stocks squeeze a little bit higher. You had a Meta having some nice bounces as well. Where's all my analysis gone? Why does TradingView just sometimes delete analysis? Where's all my analysis gone? Wait, what? TradingView is messing up today. There we go. We're waking up. Look at this. It was a huge level to buy some stocks in Meta. I think you could see this break all-time highs over the next couple of years. Look at this on Goldie. Look at it, 15, no bottom wick, just ripping straight back higher. Yeah, my analysis has just been randomly going for some reason. I don't know why. Sometimes it like messes up. Copper looking pretty messy. 30-minute trying to squeeze a little bit higher. This is such a huge push down that, yeah, I think we need to retrace some of this crazy Asian price action. And this is also a beautiful liquidity level. Price to maybe come up, grab some highs, and then sell off. Look at this, no bottom wick on the 15, straight back higher. No top or bottom wick on that 5 minute. This price action is insane. Probably squeeze the highs a little bit. What would you be targeted? Maybe squeeze back up into these areas maybe? I say maybe because it's so hard to really say. But there's a high chance you're going to break these highs now. You've got 3 equal highs here now as well, which is nice. If you're very, very, very fast and wanted a risky entry, you can flip that 5. You have to manage aggressively. On such a major day, such a tariff day, guys, it's not going to be an easy day. Because again, why if I do trade today, I will either be trading on a combine or I will just trade micros. Look at this, straight back lower. Grab the hourly high, straight back lower. This price action is insane. We got time though. We got plenty of time. No need to rush or force anything in here. We got plenty of time. It's only 20 past 7 London time. Yeah, literally. 30 bullish, straight back lower. There's no bottom wick on the 50, and it's kind of hard for me to buy it. But you've just come up, you've just tagged the hourly highs, and you're squeezing lower. So if I was buying gold, this hourly high would be a level where I would have had to have managed, because you could easily grab this high and start breaking lower. That's why if you took this little 5 minute flip here, as soon as it tags these highs, aggressive break even. Which now that you've grabbed the highs, if you can close bearish without creating this bottom wick, you could look for a little short scalp. Be very, very aggressive with the management here today. Very, very aggressive. And I'll only trade micros. I'm not going to trade a full contract today. If you trade a full contract today and you take a loss, you're going to kick yourself. The price action is insanely aggressive. And these are big ranges as well. It's like a 40 tick range just in here. Which, you know, if you're on the right side of this, all well and good, but based off the price action, it's pretty hard to judge. So you could easily be on the wrong side of that, which you don't want to. You don't really want to fall into that trap. 15 not looking too bad though. If we come up for a top wick on the next 5, you know, you could potentially sell. Fake out on the 30, yeah, possibly. It's got 7 minutes for it to close. Depends how it closes in 7 minutes. I can't really say just yet. It'd have to be a pretty strong closure. Fake out would only confirm if maybe you close like back below here. Because if anything, this looks like a fake out for longs. Grab lows, you broke the support. Grab lows broke straight back above. So fake out would have to be a closure back below as well. Then cool. Then you could potentially short. Otherwise, you're holding support, holding resistance. When you plan to trade with the capital you've made from funding, how do you mean, sorry? You mean on these accounts here? I'm not sure when I'll take a payout from this one, to be honest. I could take out one at any point. I mean, I'm kind of enjoying having the buffer here, to be honest. It'd be very hard for me to, I mean, anything can happen, but it'd be very hard for me to lose these accounts now. The 2.3 thousand buffer when I'm only trading one contract is pretty decent. Look at that 15 looking like it's gonna flip. If we get top wickedness 5, you could maybe short. Never say never. Never say never, absolutely. Anything could happen. That's why I kind of want to take a payout just to get something from it. You could potentially look for a stab at the shorts here on Goldie. What would this look like? It's kind of hard to manage. Kind of hard to manage anywhere. Just based off looking at the 15. 15's grabbing the highs, trying to flip bearish. And I have liquidity down here as well. But look at this, you're closing bullish, grabbing highs, closing bearish. You'd be looking for something like that. Maybe take the break of the low, maybe. Yeah, I'll take the break of the low for half risk if it can flip. I ain't go half risk though. And I have to manage pretty aggressively. I just want to see this flip bearish and give a pretty decent 15-minute close. If the 5-minute closes back bullish, then you'll probably just continue to range. Gonna keep stops very, very tight, like maybe 10 ticks-ish, maybe. Currency's flipping bearish, so I'm just gonna sell the futures there. I'm short on gold here, guys. I'm only going for a little half risk play. I want to see this 15 have this nice closure, grabbing the highs and flip bearish, and this actually could be really nice. But I'm only going half risk. Let me just get rid of the executions here. See if you can come down for a big decent wick fill for some nice areas. Stop would be around the bodies. If it came anywhere near that, you wouldn't want to be in. Look at the 15. 15 looks good. 15's wicking out the highs with no bottom wick. If this can flip bearish, you could actually have a really nice drive here. You've had this massive sell-off. You have liquidity below. You're grabbing previous hourly highs. There's no bottom wick on this 15. Previous 15 closed bearish. But if it doesn't, if this 15 doesn't drive down, I will be aggressive with the management because we are creating some pretty ugly ranges. But just looking on this 15, to me this looks pretty nice. Not nice enough to go full risk though. Price action isn't that nice. But look at this 15. If this 15 closes bearish, you'll look back and go, wow, that was a really obvious trade. So it'd be really stupid not to give it a try. You're risking maybe like $100, depending on what size. I'm only in at 5 micros. But 5 micros to come down for that wick fill is still a pretty decent trade. You're risking like $100 to see if you can make like 500. got a minute to show me the goods though. If it doesn't actually drive here in the 15, I'll get out. Easy $30. Full margin. Full margin Wednesdays, man. To be fair, I've done that before. Or I've started trading micros before, and I'll trade like one micro, and I'll be like, what's going on? If this 5 closes bearish, I'll just close it like minus $40, whatever. Stop on the futures is at 47.5. I would have wanted to see this drive already. 15 is about to get a pretty weird close. Look at that 15 close. Grabbing high, still closing like bullish, which is very strange. Not a bad close though. Not the best close, a bit of a weird close to be honest. How is the 30 close? Let's have a look. Grabbing highs, closing bearish. No top wick in this current 30 though. I'm closing. I meant to close that break even. I'm closing there, guys. Don't like that. Ugly close. You can get out break even there. Close at minus 40. That's just a messy 15 close. I was hoping we'd actually flip and drive, but you can't. So came right back to entry though, so you could have literally got out BE. Blew my first account today. Should I fund it again? I'll go back to demo. I mean, if you're blowing accounts, you have no risk management. So yeah, definitely trade demo, man. Definitely. You should never be blown account. If you blow an account, you have 0 risk management rules. It'd literally be impossible for me to even risk 2 to 3+% per trade to ever even come close to blowing account. The only reason people do blow small personal accounts is because it is a small account. And you're trading the P&L, you're not trading the charts. Obviously squeezing low here now, Goldie. Typical. It's just not worth me holding. What was it? Where were we in from? Like, what, here? It's not worth me holding. That 15 close was just messy. Just ugly. Ugly, ugly, ugly. If you do, you know, maybe if the 15 closes bearish, I'll get in again, but I don't like this price action. If you are still in, this low here would be management point. So I see. What point do you trade? 1 mini? I trade minis just 90% of the time, to be honest. Just not today. On such a big day, such as tariff news, and when you've had such ugly price action so far today, it just isn't really worth it. But for the most part, I'm trading minis each time. The 50 maybe re-breaks out, could give it another chance. I wanted to see that 15 actually drive though. We just clean this up for a second. Look at where we're at. Massive support level. And let me just see. Big resistance. Yeah, 30 breakout would be nicer for sure. So you're coming down to that low now as well. Yeah, take the 5. Take the 5. Well, there's a high chance you're going to fill in this wick now. There is a high chance you're going to fill in that wick. It's a little bit messy. Hey Jaden, what's going on, man? Same as London yesterday. London yesterday was very messy. You had this huge sell-off at 6 a.m. Then you just created literally a massive range from 7 a.m. all the way until 3 o'clock London time. But the whole reason is because you had this insane 280 tick push up and then 220 tick push down before London's even started. Which, it just is what it is. You can't help it. That's just trading sometimes. Which is why it could get tough today as well. Because look at where the 30's at. You're at solid resistance here, but you're clearly finding support here, which if we look left, does that make sense? Well, yes, it does. Look at that. Huge wicks. Huge wicks. Massive support, broke, resistance, broke above. Big fake outs, broke, resistance, nice push lower. So we can see when we trade above or below it, we have nice pushes. And then same to the highs, big resistance. So you're currently right now trading within a 38 tick range. If you break above, cool, you could have some nice buys. If you break below, you got sells all the way down into here. Same as the hourly, look where the hourly's at. Massive hourly resistance, massive hourly support. So you've actually got your hourly support down here, which you've just bounced off here. So you've just bounced off the support, and now you're bouncing off the resistance. I want to get too glued to that 5 minute. What do you have into these lows? So even if we were still in this short, after that, grab the lows, held support, you'd be break even there anyway. You would take the break even. What do you have down there? 20 ticks, not bad. Not bad. Watching paint dry, yeah, pretty much, man, pretty much. So you'd see them breakouts. Like I say, it's so hard when Asia has just had some absolutely insane moves, but that's kind of been the theme recently. But it's all good, you know. 90% of trading is waiting. You wait for that good setup to come and then you execute. You try and trade during these ranges and you take loss after loss after loss. By the time the good trade comes in, you know, you're burnt out, so you got to be smart. It's been some insane opportunities today. Just insane. Even this here on gold, look at this, that 5 minute. No bottom wick. Wait, where'd that just go? No bottom wick on this 5. 57 ticks. In 5 minutes, in an Asian session is nuts. Again, no bottom wick. Rip. Big difference between trading Forex gold and futures gold. Just better execution on the futures, man. I prefer the futures prop firms and I prefer the fills on the futures. But all in all, there's no, you know, no real difference. I just prefer the funding opportunities on futures. And I like the execution, especially when you're day trading. Goldie having a little bounce here, guys. if this alley's gonna flip bullish or not. Accidentally bought a futures contract which leveraged 100 times the Bitcoin price. That's insane. That's my last BTC trade. I need to focus on uni. That's insane. That's insane, man. Yeah, that'd be devastating. Send market so I can try to get funded on Apex in the future. Nice, man, nice. Yeah, 20 counts insane. Yeah, absolutely insane, man. Absolutely. Depends on how you're trading. If you're trading gold like the way we do, you won't run into any issues. Sitting in the parents' house staring at the ceiling like, oh fuck. Yeah, that's insane, man. That's absolutely insane. Hasn't happened. Nah, not yet, not yet. We've got time. We've got time. Plenty of time. Look at this, no bottom wick on the 5 here on Goldie again. Coming into this little intraday range. Grabbing lows, holding support, pushing higher. It's a big day for gold. Big day for Goldie. It's gonna need some patience, that's for sure. Look, this honestly, this price action here from this run up and this move down looks like it happened over the course of a couple of days. This literally happened in the Asian session. Like, it's more price action than we've seen all week so far, and it literally all happened in the Asian session. Like, it's insane. Like, this is literally like a day or two's worth of price action that happened in just a couple of hours. Buying gold for the past week. Yeah, I'm sure they've probably been buying it for a long time. By the time they say they've been buying it, I'm sure they've been buying it for a while. I mean, we are still, you know, although I believe we can squeeze a little bit lower, but still, gold's insanely bullish, like insanely bullish. But yeah, I have never, in all my years of trading gold, I've never seen the rips like we have seen recently. Like, just ripping. Absolutely ripping. Just the most insane, just new all-time highs, like, you know, every other day. New all-time highs yesterday in Asia. And then a big sell-off. If anyone's looking at anything else, though, feel free to send over. Yeah, hours to minutes, yeah, for sure. Don't know what copper's been up to. Copper looks like it's been pretty ugly recently. I don't really trade copper anymore. But looks like it's been pretty messy. Nice bounces. Gold ripping all times that grabbing any liquidity. There's still been some pretty decent grabs. I get some pretty decent grabs. Was it Friday or yesterday? Or Monday, sorry, came down, grab lows. You had decent buys in Asia yesterday. Some nice liquidity grabs here, some nice fake outs, and then ripping. But yeah, today you haven't really had too many liquidity grabs. I mean, you have here grab lows, close bullish, but nothing really like significant on the higher time frame. It's just been too bullish. Just been so bullish. Goldie squeezing higher again here, guys. This is insane. Literally ridiculous. Back up the resistance. We'll watch this for a little bit longer here, guys. If nothing shapes up, I'm not going to sit here and watch this. I don't really have any desire to sit here and watch this. I don't see any trade shaping up right now. I don't really see longs. The fact that you grabbed the highs and already came back lower. There's just so much noise to the left. Like here it can go against you, here it can go against you, here it can go against you. I don't really like the buys right now. I maybe like buys if if we can actually close above here, which if we do, great. Then I can maybe play up into here. But you're literally just trying to pick up crumbs of tiny ranges. It's just it's just not how worth it is. Trying to pick up the scraps. For the perfect long, let's have a look, man. Let's see. Yeah, clean scalp there, man. Clean scalp. That's quick in and out. That's it. You got to be very in and out with your moves here today. Flip of the 15. Original previous 15 lows. You're buying at resistance, man. You're literally buying at resistance. With no targets. Massive hourly resistance. Look at this. Huge wicks. There's no targets. If you have targets, absolutely. But if you don't have targets, you don't have a trade. It's like it could push up from here, but I mean, it's also massive resistance. You're at massive resistance, you're at massive support. It's just a very ugly range. If I'm buying here, I want to buy at support. I don't want to be don't want to be buying here personally. Although the 15, did grab the lows and close bullish, you also grabbed highs. So there's no liquidity targets. You've grabbed highs, you've grabbed lows, you're just ranging. Me personally, I'm gonna wait for a breakout. And I'm gonna touch it, but we're gonna touch it in between that. Look at the 30-minute as well. 30 minutes. To me, 30 minutes. It looks like you need to. Grab the lows. 30 minutes grabbing highs, closing doji. We'll see. Maybe see how this 30-minute closes. See if it can explain a little bit more. Even once you do kind of break back above this level, so you got look at the huge resistance here as well. .5 scored. Yeah, nice man, good man. Get the little quick in and out moves for sure. Take the quick scalps. Just pass my first top step. Good man, well done. You'll get an email, pay the activation fee, and then trade it. Good job on passing. I personally wouldn't trade it today because you got a fresh funded account. I personally wouldn't trade it on a day like today. Save it. It's only the second day of the quarter. But yeah, you just activate the account, then it's ready to go. Ready to go. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Promo code for Top Step. I think it doesn't give you a discount. It should be automatic, man. If it should be if you accept cookies when you use it, it should be automatic. Look at this. Owly's just grabbing highs and closing doji. I mean, he's got 6 minutes till it's going to close, but Owly's right at resistance. Right at resistance, right at support. After a massive push up and a massive push down. Still like this low here to be grabbed, but I don't see it coming in. I don't see it coming in yet. We got London Open coming up here as well. done for the day. Just secured 4%. Amazing, man. Lock it in. Lock it in. Yeah, the Wanda chart's gone missing, man. It's also gone for me as well. It's disappeared for us. I'm just using the Forex comp for now. Why can't you open the end chart? You honestly, your guess is as good as mine. I'm in the exact same boat. If I try and click on it, it just takes me to my other watch. Wait, is it working again? Touch wood, it's working again. There we go. We're back. Wanda chart is back. We're back in business. I don't know why it just magically appeared again. It's not on here, but I just clicked it on my watch list and it looks like we're back. Can I change time zones? Yeah, look at that. Time frames, I mean. Yeah, we're back. We're back in business. All right. Let's start trading. Back to business. Let's go. Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, I search for it. It doesn't come up when I search for it, but I still have it saved on my watch list and it comes up. Yeah, we're back in business. Wanda pulled through just for the stream. Just for the stream, we pulled through. All right, let's full margin. Full margin gold sells all the way back down into these lows. Not financial advice. Yeah, get back on the five. Yeah, get the 5 contracts back. I don't know why he pulled it out. Wanda's back on. Sell 10. Get more than 5. 5 are rookie numbers. Get 50 on the micros just so you can say you traded 50 contracts. Down with the big dogs. Just trade real size. We've got 2 minutes till this 30 is going to close, guys. Just wait and see how we're going to close. Hoping we break out or get a little bit of sense of direction. But yeah, I do like... I prefer sells here on gold. I don't want to buy this hourly resistance. I prefer sells. The only way I'll take buys on gold is if you get a massive breakout. Oh shit, my laptop's gonna die. Now we can look at the 4 hour properly. Let's have a look. Rip the highs, closed bearish, come straight back lower. All right, let's see. We've got 1 minute till we get this 30-minute closer, guys. Let's see how this 30 is going to close. I like price to come down and fill in this range. Holding that resistance, like I said, it's the reason I don't like buys, because you're at massive hourly resistance. You've got 2 equal lows after grabbing 30-minute highs. 30 seconds. Probably going to close pretty doji. How's the hourly looking? Probably doji as well. Grabbing the highs, closing bearish. Grabbing the lows, closing bullish. So we're obviously ranging. But our hourly support is back down here. Still not clear. Not the clearest, but I like the fact that, you know, People who are probably trying to trade this breakout right now are probably trying to do something like that. People trying to buy gold if this support stops down below here. So there's a possibility of coming to fill that in. Can I get a good reason to short it? Probably not, to be honest. Not going to be an easy short. Your safest bet is just for waiting for a decent breakout. 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock GMT. You have that news coming out. I thought it was 9 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock. Come on, Goldie, give us some volume. Give us some volume, Goldie. You guys need to drop a little like. 120 people tuning in. Gold's trying to get a little bit of volume in a breakout here. We're trying to. There's a huge 4-hour rejection. Look at that already. Looking like we are coming for these 30-minute lows here. Which is kind of the reason I tried to short the 15. This would be a nice little liquidity low here. If I want to sell, gold for an actual proper short, I still need to see a breakout. I still want to see a breakout before I want to risk any money on it. Coming down for the lows here now, guys. Anyone who was buying here is getting trapped on Goldie. Been trading my Combine instead of my XFA. Oh. So maybe it's a bad thing if you're a bad thing if you're up. Thought of those sells. Oh damn. Yeah, decent little squeeze there. Right down to lows. About what 30 ticks there in that quick little squeeze. That's the thing. When this volume comes in, man, it does push. Came straight down for them. Straight down for them liquidity lows there. Very, very decent push. Very, very nice push. Coming straight into them 30-minute lows. Is going to give us the actual breakout. This is kind of coming into the make or break level here now as well. In the first 5 minutes though, that's what's pretty interesting. If you're going to see an hourly breakout on gold to the downside, is it going to happen in the first 5 minutes? I don't think so. It could, but... Quick little squeeze there. On the futures in that, that's crazy. There's so much volume here on gold. In that one little 5-minute push, that's 40 ticks. 40 ticks in 5 minutes. That's insane. Insane. Yeah, nice entry there, man. I mean, as soon as you start hitting the liquidity, those where I'm at, you'd want to be securing profits. Because that's major support. It's major support, hourly lows. Massive, massive hourly support. So let's get in there. Huh. Coach T is trying to tell me to diversify here. Your most traded symbol is GC. Consider learning additional symbols to help diversify your trading. Yeah, if you were selling gold here for just the scalp, I mean 40 ticks for a quick little intraday trade is 34 ticks. Depends on where you got it from. Is a good little scalp, but it's a massive hourly level. It's not gonna be, you're not gonna break this easily. It's a big level. Big level. Retreat vlog will be up on Friday. It's a big video as well. The editing on it is absolutely amazing. Took almost like 3 weeks for my editor to get it going, but it's a big video. Yeah, coming on Friday. Right, hey bro, what's going on? Welcome. What's the copper boys been up to? The copper boys been short on been trading copper much? Sold off from that all-time high. Massive all-time high resistance. Is it all-time high resistance? Yeah, basically. Came very close. Look at that. He'll probably fill that in. All-time high resistance on copper. Look at that. Huge. Even copper this year, like what is that as a percent? That's like 31% on copper. That is absolutely crazy. Crazy. Gold squeezing low here. Going off that top wick, dipping down. May come fill in this wick here now as well. Let me see. That 5 minutes close with no bottom wick. Yes. Could you flip this 5? What do you have into the lows? Down into there as well. Where was our... this low here? Down into this low, you got about 50 ticks, which is pretty solid. I'm personally gonna wait for a... I'm gonna wait for a 15 breakout personally. Bitcoin, let's have a look. Let's have a look. What's Bitcoin been up to? Couldn't quite get into the... I was looking for Bitcoin to get back up into the 90s. Couldn't quite get there. How was the weekly close? Wow, look at that. Weekly grabbed the highs, closed back below 85. So you'll probably see... I still believe Bitcoin's going to come down to like 75s. Thing is, you have massive untested support at 90 as well. You also have this major broken level, which you never quite came back down to hold. I think you can squeeze in there a little bit more. Oh, look at that. See, so I want to wait for this. I want to wait for the 15 close. 5 minute close with no bottom wick, straight back up. Is this going to be a liquidity grab to hold the support? Very possible. There's no reason to think we have a breakout just yet. I want to see at least a 15 minute breakout before I try and short this on gold. I mean, you can sell stop this current 5 on gold. But if it doesn't flip bearish, you just cancel straight away, because if this closes back above the 15, it's going to be closer straight into the range. That's why if you see 20, 30 ticks today, just lock it in. Doesn't matter if it ends up rolling to 100. It's a major day for gold. I'd be happy with some pretty quick scalps. We got another fresh 50 here, which I'm going to save for next week and trade it on Top Step. Thing is, like I say, if you do get this 15-minute breakout, there's a high chance you can come all the way down to here. And that is absolutely worth the wait. Same as if you start closing back above. You start closing back above, cool. There's a high chance you come all the way back up into there. Well, from closures below here down to there is about 130 ticks. Closures above here back up into there is about 60. Cool. Got 2 decent ranges to play. What's that? Actually just stay patient and wait for the breakout. Or you could try and trade in this range, get chopped up, frustrated, go on tilt and burn out, and blow up your account. What's the date today? So, yeah, 2nd of April. let's see this 15-minute close here. So the 15's closed quite bearish. I mean, yes, it's closed below this line, but it's not just, support isn't just as thin as this line. You still see it's all of this. So you haven't really broken out. You know, it's like I say, it's all one big area. Just because it's closed below our little line doesn't mean that's an actual breakout. Maybe if you can come up, grab some highs, and then break back below, cool. Then I could look to short. So we do something like this. We grab the highs, and then maybe close bearish. Cool. Then I'd look to take the sell. And you can look for that continuation push lower. But am I gonna sell it right now just because the 15-minute closed, below my tiny support? No. Although you have broken, you could say, well, you've just broken this level, which is true. But does that mean you've closed below the next level? Not really. But you could maybe look to flip the 15 because there's, a high chance if this does flip, you're going to come down for the lows. Then hopefully that candle will give you the breakout. So if I'm going to flip the 15 and try and get that breakout into the next 15, I'd have to see some highs grabbed. Then I could judge a stop, and then I could take a risky entry. So you're coming back up for the highs here. So if you were to start to flip from here, then that could actually be a trade you could take. If this is grabbing these highs and starts to break back below, could you look to short this flip? Definitely. Don't be surprised if you close back above though. Look at where I said the hourly is. Hourly's still at major hourly support. Hourly starting to flip bullish. And the thing is with buys as well, guys, would I take buys? I'll take buys on maybe a fake out on the 15 above here at least. I would consider some buys. Maybe even here, to be honest. No, probably minimum there. Fake out buys above there. Again, at reduced risk though. Only at reduced risk. Because you're buying off the hourly support. The only thing is you don't have any targets. You need to be aggressive with the management. The only targets you do have is just price to retrace. You don't have like a liquidity target, which is not my preferred trade. Yeah, the rules if you get the fake out. Here's your liquidity grab, here's your breakout. The only thing is, as soon as you come into this resistance, you have to be open to managing. Ideally, you break through it and continue pushing higher, but you'd have to manage aggressively. But for me personally, if a 15-minute has just closed bearish below a level of support, I would want to see a 15-minute fake out. Taking a 5-minute bullish closure after a previous 15 just closed bearish is a little bit too aggressive. You're re-breaking the previous 15-minute highs here. 30 minutes starting to flip bullish as well. Hey Aaron, thanks for live streaming. Thank you. Appreciate you tuning in. Hoping to get some trades, but yeah, I just need a breakout. We need a breakout. We need a breakout. We need some volume. To be fair, this push up is kind of the first good sign of volume we have seen. You had this 50 tick push down, 50 tick push back up. So we need to see it actually follow through. It's 30 minutes not looking too bad though, to be honest. 30 minutes not looking too bad. Pull the dip. Man, buying the dip, buying support. Buying that hourly support. Quick scalps on the push down. Yeah, nice. It was some pretty decent some decent pushes on this little way down. Like I said, is a lot of volume here on gold. That's the thing. Like that's a 70 tick push there. That's a very, very decent push for gold. That's why you kind of just need to be a little bit more picky with the entries, because like I say, you know, 60, 70 tick ranges are all well and good until you get caught on the wrong side. What site am I using? This is Top Step. Where is it? This is my Top Step account. This is the built-in Top Step channel as well. I'm copy trading across 4 Top Step accounts at the moment. Yeah, it bounced beautifully off that hourly support. I'm going to be patient. I'm going to wait for a 15 closure. Although it looks beautiful now to try and chase this, I'm going to wait for the closure. It's going to be worth it. Hopefully this resistance that we're coming into is going to give us a little bit of a pullback. People will try and short this resistance, and then cool, then we can buy up into where most people are trying to sell. It's looking pretty nice in the futures. If we start rejecting from here, I reckon most people will try and short this resistance. 15 closure, next bottom wick on the 15, bottom wick, and then we can buy up into where most people are trying to sell. Then that could actually give us a pretty good trade. So what I'm thinking is, this is the resistance. Most people are probably still in these shorts like this. So if we pull back, I can buy up into where I think most people are probably trying to sell, and that can be a liquidity trade. See the Top Step calendar. How do you mean Top Step calendar? Sorry? The journal that I had. Is that what you mean by calendar? Oh, you mean like day by day profit? Is that what you mean? How long have we got for this 15? 5 minutes. Let's have a look. This is it. I had a pretty slow March. I didn't really trade much in March. This was the trading retreat. So I was on the trading retreat during March, and then I was in Italy for 3 weeks, so I didn't really trade too much in March. But still, you know, $200 weeks across 4 accounts is still pretty good. But yeah, March was a pretty quiet month for me. I just decided to have some time off. So we'll see what April brings. But even if you think about it, like sometimes like you guys can take like $200 in a trade and be like, oh, it's not worth it. Man, $200 in a trade in 1 day is amazing. It's so easy to just get glued to the numbers all the time. Like even here, it's like Took two trades on the first week of March, and that was when we were on the trading retreat as well. Well, 223 times 4, well, that's $900 US in a single day, which was literally like a 5-minute trade. Oh, I've got 4 minutes. 4 minutes. So even on such a quiet month like March, where I just didn't even really trade, you know, still, what was March in total? March in total, considering I hardly even really was trading much in March. 200 and what? Is that right? 241. Still 241. You know, I hardly even traded it, and mainly traded personal. Still, $1,000 a month. It's not bad. Not bad. I just use the built-in trade copier on TopStep. TopStep X platform has an amazing trade copier built in, which is super easy to use. All right, we're about to get this 30-minute closure, guys. Let's have a look and see if we get these gold buys. Looks like we're going to get a pretty decent 30-minute closure. We're grabbing lows, holding support. That's what I was saying for the sells, was to come down and grab these equal lows. Now that we've grabbed the equal lows and we're closing bullish, we could continue pushing higher. The only thing is we are coming back into the resistance. But if this resistance was going to hold and push lower, you would have done it already. So now that we're coming back to this resistance, I think people are going to try and short again. And they're going to put their stops just above. And now that we have this liquidity grab to the lows, to me this is a good sign that we could actually now break this resistance. I think most people will be trying to sell this resistance, but for me it's too late. If this resistance was going to hold and gold was going to have a decent push, we would have done it already. The fact that we've broken below and we've broken straight back above, to me this is a decent fake out of this support. And obviously daily's overall bullish on gold, but I believe it's time to come and retrace some of this Asia sell-off. So if we get some bottom wicks on the next 15, I'm going to look for some longs. I just prefer the drawdown on the 50s. It kind of makes it easier, and it's just easier to manage. Just trading one contract is much more relatable as well. Like if you're just trading like 1 to 2 contracts, it's just easy to trade on the 50s. When you start trading the 100s and 150s, you start trading like, you know, 5+ contracts. It's easy to kind of get too glued to that. I like sticking to the one contract, and copying and trading costs, you know, the 4 accounts. And it mainly started because we, on the last trading retreat in Vietnam, TopStep gave everyone, including myself, who came on the retreat, free 50k combines. So that's kind of where it started from. But I would rather copy across, you know, 350s than trade one 150, because then I have to see the P&L fluctuating all the time. The current 15 has no bottom wick. Nah, it doesn't really matter too much to me, man. It's got a little one. I don't really worry too much about that though. As long as you're closing back above this level, this could be a nice fake out level. You are grabbing previous 15 highs. So I'd like to see a bottom wick hold this support. Like this, break above, hold it, and push higher. Let's see, we got 1 minute here, guys. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I'll run to the bathroom and we'll stay on for like another half an hour or so. 2 seconds. All right, let's have a look. So you got that 15 closure back above. You did grab the highs that didn't really close above. How's the 30-minute close? Not as bullish as I would have liked. Not as bullish as I would have liked. It's closing very, very doji and coming up for an instant top wick, which is not really what I wanted to see. I want to see this, you know, if this is going to be a decent fake out to buy into this resistance, I want to see price come down, form a bottom wick first, before then flipping higher. If this opens and pushes up, it makes me think we could continue to range or squeeze a little bit lower. Let's see. Yeah, look at that 5-minute close bearish right at the last candle there. I do still like the fact that this to me looks like a pretty decent retail trap. I think most retails are probably trying to short this resistance, stop sitting above. So if we can come down and create a bit of a better bottom wick on that 30, and maybe hold some of these areas, I'll look for longs. So give us a bit of a bottom wick on this 30, Goldie, and I'll look for longs. I think most people are trying to sell this. Is it going to be an easy buy into the resistance? Definitely not. But it still looks like a pretty nice trade. I don't like any sells here. I think anyone shorting here is people who are going to get squeezed out a little bit more. What have we got? Tilt saying we got what? 62% people long, 38% people short, which is nice. So see if this 30 can give us a bit of a bottom wick before we can buy. Come on, Goldie, be good to us. First stream of the quarter. There you go. Coming down for a bottom wick now. Let's see. Where do I want us to bottom wick into? The most recent support. Like this. Now this is looking a bit better. Especially if this 5-minute close is bearish, this would actually be really nice, because then I can get fake out buys. Next 5-minute to maybe grab the lows, close doji, and then cool, then we can buy them. We got a little bit of trendline liquidity being built up here as well. Lots of people probably trying to short this. Cool, nice bearish 5-minute close there, guys. That's nice. Now I want to see either price engulf back above, and I can take fake out buys, or we grab the lows, close doji, then I can play a 5-minute morning star. This is good. This is what I want to see. I want to see more rejections from here, trying to bring in more people trying to sell, more reasons to buy. Remember, guys, as of next week, I'll be streaming on the Top Step channel. So you guys on Zoom, it won't make any difference, but you guys on YouTube will stream here on my channel from about 6:30 till 7:30, and then we'll head over and fire up some trades on the Top Step channel. We're gonna get 5-minute fake out buys, or are we gonna close a bit doji? I wouldn't mind it to close doji. I can play a little morning star. Bit late to the party. Morning, everyone. Good morning, man. You haven't missed much just yet. Be super patient here today on gold. What can we also see here as well? We can also see nice little potential inverse head and shoulders form. Do I need to be with Top Step to tune in? No, it's just for free on the Top Step YouTube channel, man. You don't need to be with Top Step. It'd be lovely to have you along, but yeah, just come and tune into the Top Step YouTube channel. Yep. I'll be on the YouTube channel. My own London show, London Open with Aaron Trades. Nah, not for that week. For the foreseeable. For however long. We've got this little reverse head and shoulders, neckline up here. TPs for the longs would be back up at this area here. I don't really set hard TPs, but here and ideally back up into here. I think come and retrace some of this Asia move. I'll probably exit before then, just based off how choppy price has been. But if I can get longs from somewhere around here, you know, even back up into these areas, it's like 50 ticks. I'd probably just lock it in there. But I believe you're going to probably squeeze and retrace some of this this big Asia move down. Come and pull back some of this move. 31.25 lines up pretty nicely as well. Well, it goes 4 hour. 4 hours, a complete different story. You've already broken it, held it, and squeezing lower. But you kind of, again, you had this massive level here. You smashed above it in Asia, straight back below. So I think just correct up into here from now until pre-New York and then push it down. Nice senior faces. Yeah, I'll be jumping on before then, and I'll be off before she normally goes on. Absolutely, man, absolutely. So we may have fake out buyers here in a second, guys. We have some fake out buyers trapping in people who are trying to short. Look for something like that. Let's see, 40 seconds. We're trying to trap people who are trying to sell gold. We're trying to take advantage of that. Management point would be the highest point of the resistance, which is there. $15 as well. How we got? We may get 15 close. Let's see. If it closes like this, yeah, I may wait for the 15. If I want to see fake out 5-minute buys, I want a strong close with volume. Otherwise, I may wait for the 15. I mean, you got a decent 5-minute fake out there. What would that be? 14. I'm gonna wait for the 15 close. I don't think you're gonna rip from here. But you have just got that 5-minute fake out back above this little level. Yeah, nothing huge coming in. Let's just wait for the 15 close. I think the 15 close makes sense. You broke below, you broke straight back above. You've got nice liquidity level sitting above. Liquidity level is based off the fact that I believe most people are trying to sell this. What do you have from here? 20 ticks, not bad. 20 tick break even points, pretty good. 15 as well. 15 looking good. Oh, there you go. That 5 minute was the push there, or 5 minute fake out. Look at that. Pushing straight off. We're going straight for the highs. Anyone who's shorting there is getting a little bit worried. Starting to add into the shorts more. People trying to load up their shorts. You're going to see this squeeze higher here on gold. Hold on for the 15 1 minute. Probably going to squeeze it from here. What do you have in that 1.5? What's that? 23 ticks in the 1 5 minute candle there. Very nice. Futures already coming in for the highs as well. Futures already grabbing the highs. Yeah, that was the push. 23 ticks on the futures there. Very nice. I said this is where most people are trying to sell. You're buying up into where most people are trying to sell. That was the push there. If you took it, well done. If not, who cares? You will understand that most people are trying to short there, and you're buying up into where most people are selling. This rejection here, like I said before it happened, this rejection is a retail trap for retailers trying to do something like this. Like I say, if gold was going to push from this resistance, it would have done it already. But you're squeezing back higher. Fake out buys. So I said to you guys, fake out buys. Fake out buys back above this level. You broke below, you broke straight back above. Cool, there's your buy. Super simple. Ali's good. Yep, Ali's in good, man. Yep, grabbing the low, still holding this massive Ali support, which again was another confluence. Massive Ali support, playing the little range. Previous 30 minute also grabbed the lows, held it. 15, booming. 15 wasn't that nice. Every other time frame was though. The 4 hours not looking too good. Yeah, Ali's looking nice though. So there you go, coming straight up for the highs there. If you guys did take that, well done. Be break even. You might squeeze a little bit higher, who knows? Maybe into these levels for about 45 ticks. That was a pretty decent push there, a little 5 minute fake out. You're a golden Jedi. I'll take that. As soon as you grab the highs, that would be a break-even point. But this these areas here would make the most sense to squeeze into. No, I was waiting for the 15 close. I wasn't really worth the risk. I'm already up about 134 on the day. On the top steps. But I called it beautifully. Very simple. Fake out buys. So if this breaks below, cool. Once it breaks back above, you got fake out buys into where most people are trying to sell. It's an easy buy for you if you took it. To be fair, this is also a strong level. Big level. But for me, I'd hold into here or break even. 270, but I still have it. I very, very rarely trade it though, to be honest. I very, very rarely trade it. But I do still have it, yep. Just been focusing on the top steps and the personal. I've got other funded accounts as well, yep. I should probably use it for more of the swing trades, to be honest. You can hold overnight. You can't hold over the weekend, but you can hold overnight, which is actually pretty nice. I should definitely use it more. What's that? Futures is squeezing up beautifully there. After that 5-minute fake out, you're squeezing what, 32 ticks, which is very nice. Coming close to this resistance as well. Audi. Look at that. Massively held the support. Came down, ripped the lows. Price action is not the cleanest on the hourly. You know, grab the lows here, then grab the highest close doji, re-grab the lows and squeezing all the way back up. So to even be able to understand that move is pretty nice. With the nicest push we've seen so far here today. You're basically at the resistance. If this was me, I'd be locking that in there. 43 ticks. All based off a retail trap, people trying to short, and a 5-minute fake out for entry. So retail trap, people trying to short. Price broke below, cool. You wait for price to break back above, which is what I said to you guys when this kind of was forming. I said to you, this would be lovely if it can close bearish. Why? Because then you'll get fake out buys. Well, you close bearish below, you broke straight back above. Cool, fake out buys, simple. Pretty easy trade. Whether you took it or not, it's up to you. But it was a very, very simple call. And that's going to be me for the day, guys. That's price pushing up into these ranges. Very, very, very nice push. Would I sell the resistance? Definitely not. Look at the hourly, man. Look at the hourly. Hourly's massively grabbing lows, holding support. Definitely wouldn't short that. Yeah, super clean. If you guys got it, well done. Very, very, very nice push. Straight up into the resistance. Closed for 40. Nice work, man. Beautiful. That's the push there. You guys took it, well done. Very, very, very nice push. I'm locking in a 500 on the day on the top steps. And that'll do me for now. I don't really have any analysis for the rest of the day, to be honest. I don't really know what's going to happen up here. You know, you'll probably come and fill in this resistance, big area. But yeah, I certainly wouldn't be shorting. I've explained it like 5 times. I'll go back and watch it. I've explained the bias like 5 plus times. So go back and watch it. It'll be uploaded after as well. So yeah, you guys on Zoom, we'll do the pre-New York market call closer to New York. But for me, for London, that's a pretty decent London move. I don't really know what's going to happen these highs. So yeah, lock it in and we'll see what we get closer to New York. Talk to you Zoom guys soon in Discord. Cheers, guys. All right, YouTube fam, I'm going to wrap up there. A beautiful push there on gold. If you guys got it, well done. Explained the whole entire bias and trade perfectly. I only got about 134 times 4 accounts here on Top Step, but I'm pretty happy to lock it in with after how choppy we have been here today. So good first stream back. I will see you guys same time again tomorrow. So be sure to stick around, and I'll see you guys then. Trade safe. Peace.